For the first time, we are outside the relegation zone, returning for an episode with Peterborough Sports. It's still very tense, and we've got through our run of easier games on paper now. But Kyle Hudlin is still delivering, and as long as that's the case, survival might be on the cards. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 23 of the Head Coach with me, Daniel. And I think for the first time since we've been at Peterborough Sports, we are returning outside the relegation zone. There's 10 games to go, it's still very tight at the bottom, and if Brackley win their game in hand, we will be just one place and a few points from survival. And after playing against all those sides in and around us, we've largely got a run in of very difficult matches now. So we're going to get through a couple of those today. To mid-table clashes against Farsley and Leamington. If you're looking forward to seeing how we get on and how much further our squad has been stretched, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe for daily FM23 content from Two Long-Term Stories. The Builder Nation is back tomorrow. You can find that in the eye above, as well as the Twitch channel where we're streaming daily. And of course, thank you for your support as always. It is greatly appreciated. And thank you to all the new channel members as well. But let's go and get cracking by having a look at the schedule, because we are outside the relegation zone. And although it's tight, we are starting to look like a decent team, because we had that run of games that started last episode against the bottom sides. We got back-to-back wins there. And although we haven't been as great since, we've still picked up a fair few results. So let's go and have a look at the schedule. So as we get to the schedule screen, time for a quick confession. We were supposed to be showing Kidderminster and Farsley today. I played the Kidderminster game. I gave you a lovely commentary of it, but I hadn't pressed record. Rookie error, happy days. Haven't done that for a few years. Let's have a look at the games we've played off camera, which includes one more than we'd intended now. You were with me for the snuck victories against Blyth and Curzon Ashton. We followed it up with one of our most important and probably our best performances of the season, as we beat Brackley 3-0, who are directly below us. No Kyle Hudlin goal in this one, albeit he provided assists and was brilliant. But Jaden Smith, Sam Allardyce and Kellen Hickinson, the men in amongst the goals there. Defeat of Buxton was disappointing. Hudlin and Allen's headed goals weren't enough. A 1-1 draw at Nuneaton, a crucial one late on from Kyle Hudlin. That 4-point gap to Nuneaton in 21st was sustained by that key man. He deserves massive credit, as does the director of football, because let's be honest, Kyle Hudlin is already probably a top 10, top 15 head coach all-time signing. He's been that important to our career. He also showed that in the two games after. A 2-0 win against Boston United, look who scored both, and a 3-1 win at Alfreton. Look who scored two of them. He got two, a goal for Kellen Hickinson as well. And in a game where I did you a lovely commentary that you'll never get to see, Jaden Smith gave us the lead against Kidderminster. We rested Kyle Hudlin for the midweek game. He was so unfit, it was unbelievable. Few changes in the defence as well, and I was thrilled to get a point. And you would have seen that if I'd remembered to press record. But let's go and get through to the fixtures, into the first game today. I do want to give a shout out to the director of football, because Russ Wilcox, absolutely brilliant. And we talked quite extensively in the comments during the Airbus stint about whether director of footballs had actually improved this year, whether the AI recruitment had improved. Well, the early signs with this guy is that, yes, it probably has. And it's just if you've got really poor attributes, you don't show any improvement. Because if we look at what he's done, he had a tiny window to bring players in. Stars had walked out, players recalled from loan. And the two men he got in were Kyle Hudlin, who has scored 12 goals in 13 starts. Add to that his assist, he's contributing a goal a game. He's been absolutely brilliant. You've then got Kian Scales, the other signing, who's been rock solid in centre midfield. I mean, you can't ask for much more than what those two have given us. So massive credit to Russ Wilcox. Now we've got to see what team we can put together here, because the 3 game weeks are generally where we struggle. Hopefully Hudlin's fit. Hopefully some of the others are back to fitness too. But let's just see what we can put together. Through to the fixtures. Farsley Celtic, the opponents. They're still chasing the playoffs, as are Leamington next time out. We won't be getting any favours from them. So let's get through the tactical meeting. Let's go and pick our 11. And we'll be back in a minute to talk through the team. And as we get to the lineup where we can largely pick our first 11, another quick bit of news, because 15 senior players perhaps wasn't enough. So it looks like Akpata might now be off too. he has had an offer from Guiseley, who are further up this division. Hampton and Richmond interested too, so I think we might be losing one of our few senior substitutes, and that leaves us with 14 senior players, including one goalkeeper. In terms of today though, Amole has to drop out, he's not fully fit. Shannon again after covering right back in midweek the same, and Josh Walker had a little knock after Tuesday, so he's the same as well. So all of the senior players on the bench are either in the process of leaving or out of full condition. We've got Harry Fisk in goal, Farsley and Allen the fullbacks with Ness and Allardyce as centre half, Pignoon, Scales, Hart and Hickinson the midfield diamond, Hudlin and Smith up front. The two strikers are in form. I mean, look at Hudlin's last 5 games. That is the difference between him and the whole rest of the team. He is the solo star of this football club. And if we do end up leaving and looking for another job, he's going to be the man that I miss the most because he's a head coach hero. Make sure you have absolutely no doubt about that. He is the pure reason that we have got the board back on side, that we've got the supporters really on side. But let's go and get through to kick-off. Farsley Celtic, a tough away trip, but hopefully one we can nick a point. We know how important every result is at the moment as we chase this finishing line. Lewis Buttroyd, I remember that name at fullback. We've definitely managed him somewhere before. The rest of the team, though, rotated from midweek. They've obviously got a bigger squad than us. If we put in 4 rotated options, we'd be having a youth player in the team. Let's tell the lads we want to be impressed. Let's go and put on a show. It's Farsley Celtic v Peterborough Sports. No winning 5 for them. And despite being a poorer side and a less fit side, we are in good form. We've played a lot of the bottom teams. You can see that 2 wins and 2 draws in the last 5. So can we back it up today? Let's go and find out. Into the big away game we go. Well, it's a corner kick for Farsley. Just 5.5 minutes on the clock. Ness heads the ball away as far as Farsley. Not able to get there first though. Baker Mackay cuts in from the left-hand side. Back to Fletcher. They're looking menacing here. They got themselves into the box again. And they hit the post. It's a free kick. It was offside anyway. But we weren't to know. We got carved open at will there. And we got to be very careful because we don't want to drop back into that relegation battle. And to be fair, as much as I talk about that, if we pick up a couple more results, we can start to look up. It's only 5 points to sort of upper bottom half. As Smith gets the ball right to Farsley. Through ball is, I kid you not, absolutely atrocious. And the long ball's headed away by Allardyce to Kean Scales. He's robbed of possession. Then he wins it back. Pignoon back to Allardyce. He's a bit frantic. Potter heads away at the back for the host. Into Hickinson and Scales. It's pinball around there. No one wants it. Old hot potato stuff. As Taylor Hart just gives up and goes from distance. And it's a good save by the keeper. Corner kick. Incredibly wide pitch, which is not suiting our style. But Hickinson's got the corner. Can he reach the back post? Allen's up. Hudlin's up. But it doesn't go far enough. The keeper claims it. With 25 gone, it's still 0-0 as Hickinson with a free kick into Hudlin. Oh, he keeps it up. 1 goal a game. The man is a machine. Oh, Kyle Hudlin. He is our saviour. The best head coach signing this year so far. And without doubt, still the king. Though we're back at the other end with Baker Mackay. Blocked cross up towards Fisk, who holds it well. Good goalkeeping from the youngster. He's been pretty competent for the most part this year as Hudlin gets in behind from the kick to Hickinson. A gift. We are in form. We've found our confidence. And that little run of fixtures against the bottom sides has really helped us out. Hudlin distracting the centre half. Hickinson makes the run. And now we're 2-0 up. We're looking very good as Allen gets the ball down the line to Hudlin. And let's not be fooled. We said this when we got here. The first 13, 14, 15 players here, they are probably top half standard at this level. They were playing National League last year. As Hudlin's in again. Great ball across from Jaden Smith. We're starting to run riot. There is no doubt now we are going to be safe. We're getting draws against the big teams. We're beating most others. And we are starting to look a confident bunch. With that second goal, Hudlin is up to 1 goal a game since he came here. 14 starts, 14 goals. And at half time, we are running riot. Let's go and talk to the lads. Tell them how pleased we are. We're pleased with the number of shots we're having. We're pleased with the performance. Now let's get into the second half and keep hitting them on the counter. Well, we're back just 2 minutes into it. I wonder how much Farsley Celtic are going to go for this. Are they going to try and scare us? Because I don't want to make changes if we're going to end up being defensive or we're going to end up clinging on. But if we can get a fourth, we can start to relax. As Hickinson can't win the header in midfield. Fletcher goes back to his centre half. Long ball over is dealt with by Farsley, I hope. Keeps it in under no pressure. Big punt downfield, but nowhere near Hudlin, who it needed to be to, as Pignoon nicks it for Hickinson. Back to Pignoon again and Hart. Big confidence there. Smith must have been offside. Hudlin's in the middle if not. Oh, he wasn't, or was he? Yes, the flag is up. Kyle Hudlin denied his first hat-trick for the club. It stays 3-0, but on the counter. We are absolutely brilliant at the minute. Fielding picks the ball up though. Farsley on the front foot this half. They've gone all guns blazing. They've gone gun-ho, and we've just got to hit them on the break. As Pignoon clears it downfield, Potter will get there. Finds Thompson, the right back. He puts the ball in early, straight to Fisk. Makes sure he deals with it. I was dreading a goalkeeper error there. Don't know why we're seeing this long highlight, because there's been nothing to it so far. As Boutroid heads away to Farsley. Can this be the reason? Can we get forward? Through ball to Hickinson. Is he onside? He's not. Flag up. Keeper saves it anyway. It stays 3-0. 5 gone in the second half. And we're back again at 55 minutes as Farsley Celtic still trying to get forward, still trying to play wide, but they've not got the cutting edge at the minute as Pignoon finds Hickinson. He's robbed of possession, but it only falls for Scales. Smith makes the run. Scales goes himself, wide to Farsley. Has support. Can he get the ball into the box? Because we know Hudlin's a threat. Deflects up. Smith will chase it. It's cleared to the edge of the box. Long ball downfield to Connor. Now they've got a 3-on-3. Back to Fletcher. And they take their time. We're forcing them back. I've got to say, and I don't want these to be famous last words, this is the best our shapes look for a long time. Pignoon heads the ball away to Hart and Scales. Lovely turn in the centre circle. Smith finds Hickinson. Hudlin's in for the hat-trick. Hudlin scores the hat-trick. Okay, at what point do we say he's one of the greatest head coach players ever? The impact that single man has had on this side is frightening. And that wasn't long ball. That wasn't direct. That was beautiful football. Wonderful cutting edge counter attack. Sliced through the middle. And Hudlin's just as good on the floor as he wins the header there. Smith finds him again. Back to Hickinson. Finds Scales. Hickinson again wide to Farsley. Look at this. It's a joy to watch. It's about the first time in any head coach save I've said it. And now we've got a penalty. Kyle Hudlin's going to take it. Won by Jaden Smith. It was clumsy from the defender. And at the hour mark, we could be about to go 5-0 up. Hudlin is saved. Oh, it was going too perfectly. Wide for a corner kick. I think we can forgive him for that one. It's going to be taken by Hickinson. Corner to the back post. Can Hudlin make instant amends? No, he can't, but Allen's up. Loses out in the air. Cleared away. 25 to go. Let's make some changes. We've been brilliant. I've got to say, a lot of credit has to go to this as well. Changing to a cautious mentality on the road has worked really well. Let's make some changes at the back. Tom Allen replaced by Toby and Mole. We're also going to take off Pignoon for Shannon. And then finally, I'm going to bring on Walker for Hudlin. He deserves a rest. We need to look after him. You've seen how important he is. A hat-trick 4-0, it should be game over. So let's get Josh Walker on as it's a long ball forward from Farsley. Dealt with by a Mole the sub. Hoofs downfield. There's no Hudlin there now. Long ball from Farsley. Connor down for Fielding. That's a cracking effort. Just over the bar. Quarter of the game to go. We do not want to give them hope. As Amole's got a throw on the left. By the corner flag to Shannon. Back into Hickinson. Cross is blocked. Cleared away downfield. Where's our defence gone? I'm a little bit concerned about that. Connor picks it up on the right hand side. Ball in is intercepted. Scales has been brilliant. Long ball forward again. Hickinson down for Walker. Jaden Smith in behind. Can he make it a 5-star? You bet he can. That is a wonderful goal. Playing to our strengths with a front three. Walker releases Smith. Smith makes it 5. It's finally coming together. The best performance by far. The only truly dominant performance we've had. And an absolutely stunning display. Brilliant finishing. All of the strikers in the act. The only thing we need now is a Josh Walker goal. As we're 10 to go, it is 5-0 to Peterborough Sports against a top half side away from home. Fielding shoots from distance, his shot's wide. I mean, they're desperate. They're just hitting it from anywhere. We have been scintillating. There's a 5-1 for Spennymoor as well. Maybe it's one of those weekends in this league, as it's a long ball over to Smith. Headed away as far as Josh Walker. Can he get the ball in a box? Delivers to Smith. It's under hit. Bainbridge clears away to Fletcher. Nicholson on the left-hand side. Carries the ball forward. Got lots of time here, but our shape again. The back 4 and the 3 in front have been excellent. Bainbridge down the left. Nicholson will get there. Can we preserve the clean sheet? Ball in towards Connor and Mole heads clear. Now Hickinson can counter. We carry it downfield. I mean, they've got no midfield. They've just got 4 up front and then 4 at the back. It's ridiculous. The other 2, I don't know what they're doing. Hart shoots from miles out. Good save, Harper. Oh, I'm loving this. I really am loving it. I can finally confirm we've made the right decision. Kyle Hudlin scores his first hat-trick. Peterborough Sports win 5-0. And survival now. Surely it's done. Let's go and have a look at the table and then we'll face Leamington. It's fitness test time and it's probably question of the day time. Can we back up our best performance of the season so far? Let's go and see. We're going to get through to the fixtures. We should have everyone fit. We have got a little buffer to that relegation zone now. But if we win today, goal difference aside, we will be level with 14th place. And that is a chance for us to finally look up rather than down. So let's go and get through to the tactical meeting. Let's pick our team for this match. It will be the same 11 if they're all fit. Are they? They are. But in fact, I will make one change. Allen out, Amole in. That's all we're going to do. Peterborough Sports v Leamington. I doubt it will be 5-0 again. But any win or any result will be a positive one. 4 changes for Leamington and some good players in this team. Shaq Coulthurst up front is a proper one. National League for most of his career, League 2 at times as well. And there are some other decent players too, including Tom Beadlin, the skipper. So let's get through the dressing room, let's get into the match. Fingers crossed we can back up last weekend. Well, it's been a quiet 20 minutes to start the game, and again it is tricky at home because we're playing in Cambridge, we've not got a fan base supporting us. But for now, we're staying competitive as Ness goes long. Again, not towards Hudlin, which doesn't really help, as Ward picks it up for the visitors to Cracknell. Wide to Bryan on the left-hand side. Through ball, headed away by Allardyce. Hart flicks on towards Hudlin, who can't get there. Coulthurst picks it up on the edge of the box. Ball into Antal. Good defending Allardyce, but the pressure's mounting. Coulthurst to Beadlin. Wide to Barber. Ball in again. Allardyce heads away again. Only as far as Ward. Bryan on the left this time. Across the box to Jones. And that's a really good goal from Leamington. They carved us open. They built the pressure. And as they switched sides quickly, we couldn't cope. An even game so far, but Leamington take the lead as we've got a throw. Into Hudlin on the left and back to Amole. Chips up towards Smith. He's missed it, but it falls for Kean Scales. In one-on-one. Scores immediately. Brilliant way to bounce back. We score almost immediately from the kickoff. And with 25 gone, it's 1 apiece. And this game could now go either way as Beadlin on the right-hand side. They're still looking a big threat from these crosses. Headed away by Ness. Scales loses out and is back out to Bryan. Shoots from miles out, just over the bar. Ripples the roof of the net. It's still level, it's 2 shots on target apiece, and to be fair, looking at where they are in the table, this isn't a bad result. But we are back on the right-hand side now as Farsley throws into Smith, through ball to Hickinson. Oh, that's an easy goal. The old 1-2 from the throw-in, chipped in behind, and there's the number 10. Hickinson has now recovered from that opening day red card. He is a proper star for this team. 2-1 up at half-time, the confidence is flowing, the goals are flowing, and we are starting to look like superstars. Kyle Hudlin hasn't even scored yet, and we're still 2-1 up. Let's tell the lads to keep doing well. Into the second half, we'll drop cautious for 10 minutes, and hopefully we'll hit them on the break. Well, 25 minutes to go. We've done exactly as intended. We've quietened down the start of the second half, but now it is Leamington on the front foot, coming down the right with Barber. Inside to Beadlin. Keeps the ball well, goes back to Appiah and Doherty. Into his own half again. It's long over the top. Poor defending. The centre-half's caught in no man's land. Don't know why the right centre-half Allardyce was ahead of his fullbacks. But overall, it's not bad. We're surviving. We're keeping it relatively tight. But Leamington probably deserve a draw out of this, as that long ball forward is useless and the goalkeeper will have time. Got to think about changes too. Hudlin's knackered as always. Smith's had a poor game. Pinun's on a booking. So there are some changes to be made as Fisk has the ball in goal. Chance to go long towards Kyle Hudlin. Can he pick him out? He can. He's long there. 1-on-1. Cracknell heads away. Hickinson can't win it. For some reason, Amole's playing a statue. Coulthurst picks it up on the right. Barber finds Beadlin. Is he forced backwards? No. Goes wide to Barber. Gets down that byline. Chance to cross. It's intercepted by Amole. Excellent work. Long ball forward though. Straight to nobody. Coulthurst up. Ness heads away. Ward down for Antal. Big shot from distance. Just over the bar. Changes to be made. Smith off. Walker on. Pinun off. Shannon on. and then it's either Akpata or Allen. I'm going to leave it 5 more minutes, but 2 changes made. Can we hold on? Because Leamington, they look a massive threat in fairness. Well, we're back with 13 minutes to go. The defence is looking knackered, so we might have to make a change as Fisk goes long from a goal kick. Hudlin will chase it wide, but it's not quite at him again, and Amole's lost another challenge. Not looking good out there. Antal holds it up. Amole forces him backwards. Beedlin chips over. Defence is caught out again. That's a great finish, Gavin. Really, really good finish from the striker. I'm now going to make the change I wanted to make anyway. Ness will come off. Amole centre half. Tom Allen out at left back. Let's hope we can hold on for a point. Still a good result. Leamington definitely deserves something, but I'd like to not lose this game. We need to keep the unbeaten run and the confidence flowing. Well, just a couple of minutes plus stoppage time to go. We're clinging on. We've not really offered anything in the second half, but we get a point. And again, 4 points out the episode is excellent. The unbeaten run is excellent. And the fact that we've managed to hold on, despite the strikers not being great, is a really positive thing for this team. It was one of those days. I'm not going to get too upset about it. I know that Jaden Smith is, but I'm happy. Let's go and see when we're going to be back, because we are now up to 17th place. We are 7 points clear of relegation, only 5 points off the top half, remarkably. It's a very tight league down there, and I still reckon we can finish roughly where we said when we went to our interview. Maybe up in 12th, 13th, 14th. And we start to look like we've done a good job. Maybe we can get another job then. Let's go and see the schedule for when we're next going to be back, because we have got, 8 games left now. I think we'll just show the last 2, because I think we're safe. I think we're comfortable. It's just about how high we can go, and then whether we can get a job, because the finances have run out. It's going to be a brutal year here next year, and I'd rather get to move on before that happens. So if you're looking forward to finding out how we finish, whether we can continue our 6-game unbeaten run, albeit we only just clung on to it today, then please do put a thumbs up on it. Subscribe for daily FM23 content. Let me know what you thought of the performances. Akpata stayed, he rejected his move away, so we have got a 15-man squad for the season now. But what about that Farsley game? Are we going to top that? I don't think so. What a man Carl Hudlin is. What a man the director of football's been. But this job is going to get very tricky in the summer, and I don't really want to be here to see it. So hopefully we can get another job soon. Thank you so much for coming along as always. All the key playlists in the eye above, the Builder Nation above my head now. And I'll see you back here in a couple of days' time to finish our season, hopefully safe, with Peterborough Sports.